In this Studio 5 special, we look at a hero on screen and a hero off screen. We're remembering Chadwick Boseman. And welcome to this special edition of Studio 5. The entertainment world and our culture are mourning the loss of a hero on screen and in life. King T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman, died Friday following a 4-year battle with colon cancer. The public knew nothing about it. We're dedicating this week's entire show to him. With that, this week's Top 5 Countdown is a look at some tributes that are pouring in to honor the treasure that is Chadwick Boseman. At number 5 in our Boseman tributes.
Wakanda forever!
The message posted to Chadwick Boseman's official Twitter announcing his death Friday is now the most liked tweet of all time, according to Twitter, with well over 7 million likes as of Sunday.
At number 4.
In my heart.
AMC honoring Chadwick Boseman, putting 42 back in theaters, in which Boseman played barrier-busting baseball star Jackie Robinson. The 2013 film put Boseman on the map as the go-to guy to play inspirational, historical black men. Roles as James Brown and Thurgood Marshall soon followed. Tickets for 42 will cost just $5.
And we're sharing more tributes to Chadwick Boseman throughout the entire show. Of course, he is best known for his unforgettable portrayal of Marvel Universe's Black Panther. So we thought it only fitting to begin this celebration of his life with a look back at Black Panther and our sit down with Chadwick Boseman.
Hey, look at your suit. You've been taking bullets, charging it up with kinetic energy.
Put around the truck. Where'd he go?
The voice of Black Panther, what was the inspiration for that?
Shuri. Turn on the train on the bottom track.
The stabilizers won't deactivate your suit. You won't have protection.
Neither will he.
You know, I spent time listening to accents and dialects from all over the continent, and I narrowed it down to ones that I felt like could have a smoothness and melodic sound. You know, that could carry sort of a cowboy feel to it at certain moments, and carry a certain amount of swag to it. That's what I was looking for, and so I felt it was important to have that African accent, because if we were being true to what Wakanda is and they haven't been conquered, he would have to speak to his people in their language and in their sound. So you know, it was important to me to have that and be true to that.
This film is special on so many levels. Do you feel that going in?
Yes. No, I knew just in the novelty of it, you know, the fact that it is the first Black superhero movie on this platform. I knew that there was something there, but I also knew that the world of Wakanda, the fact that it nods to what you know, ancient civilization, African empires, you can pull from many different places. And instead of generalizing things, to be specific and say, I'm gonna pull from this great thing from this country, and this great thing from this leader, and this great thing from this warrior tribe. It's like you can pull from all the best things. So I knew that's what had been set up by the writers, the various writers. I knew that this could be, you know, an amazing film.
Ryan Coogler directed Black Panther. He penned an emotional response to Boseman's death. He said he had no idea that he was battling colon cancer while they were working on the project. He also noted he was writing a script for the next installment of Black Panther, and they are now words Boseman will never get to see.
Life is better with a good night's sleep. Get your free DVD or booklet of Protect Your Sleep as the world watches from the outside.
It's a big diplomatic tug of war here in the Middle East.
Go inside the story with Jerusalem Dateline.
Israeli archaeologists are talking about a discovery that could change the thinking about the Temple Mount.
Join CBN Jerusalem Bureau Chief Chris Mitchell and get the biblical perspective on the events shaping the world.
What starts in Israel then ends up going to other places.
Watch Jerusalem Dateline Friday night at 9:30 on the CBN News Channel.
Life. It's meant to be lived fully. Jesus said it. I came to give you life. Life to the fullest. Life in your family. Life in your finances. Life in your body, mind, and spirit. Life in your everyday. At CBN.com, we're taking what Jesus said seriously. We're here to help you discover life. Life. Live it fully. CBN.com.
At number 3.
Determines what happens to the rest of the world.
From the famous to the faceless, tributes flow across social media, honoring the life and legacy of Chadwick Boseman, including one from a fan, in the actor's own words.
My daddy left. He left us flat in Cairo, Georgia. I was only 6 months older than you are now. I don't remember him. Nothing good, nothing bad, nothing. You will remember me.
At number 2, an emotional eulogy for Chadwick from his Black Panther co-star Letitia Wright, posted to her Instagram page.
Words can't describe how I feel, how we all feel, that losing you is forced upon us. You're forever in my heart.
And welcome back to Studio 5. This is a special edition of the show. We'll have more reaction to the death of Chadwick Boseman a little bit later in the show. Right now, we want to take a look back at another hero role that he brought to the screen and our conversation with him about the project. Here's Chadwick Boseman as Thurgood Marshall.
You gentlemen are making a big mistake.
This here is Mr. Thurgood Marshall. Man is an attorney. You will treat him with the respect that he deserves.
Another iconic role now, Thurgood Marshall.
It was just a good script, you know. All of the other biopics that came to me, you know, I turned them down. And I wouldn't even call this a biopic. It's about a slice of his life, but it exists as a Western, as a buddy cop movie, or as a whodunit, a courtroom drama. And so when I read it as those things and not necessarily as a movie about Thurgood Marshall. It's just a sort of icing on the cake that it's Thurgood Marshall. But it was just a good script.
Mr. Spell, I'm Thurgood Marshall with the NAACP. You heard of us?
You a lawyer?
I am. This is Sam Friedman. He's a lawyer, too.
Hey, you can go. Got no money for lawyers.
Anybody ask you for money? Did you rape that woman, Joseph?
No.
Why does she say you did?
I don't know why she's saying that.
She says you raped her and tried to kill her.
She lying.
I'm telling you this up front. The NAACP were not like most lawyers. We only represent innocent people, people accused because of their race. That's our mission. You understand? So I need to know this. Look at me now. Did you do what they said you did?
I never touched that woman.
Okay, Joseph. You got lawyers now.
He has got to defend someone accused of rape and attempted murder, but he can't speak in the courtroom. How do you do that?
Well, that was the question. I mean, for me, reading that he's gagged in the courtroom, at first it was like, well, there's no way I'm doing this because I don't get to talk in the courtroom. I don't get the big speeches. And at a certain point, as I continued to read, I realized that it was, you know, having your arms, doing a boxing match with your arms tied behind your back and still winning. If you can do that, you're the greatest fighter in the world. So it became the obstacle, actually, to get over. And so it became a conversation of how do we, how do I set up the first part of the movie, you know, or everything outside of the courtroom so well so that when we get in the courtroom and I can't speak, that's justified. The hero is established. And then how do I continue to establish the hero not being able to talk? How are we shooting this? What are the nonverbals? What is the interplay? So a lot of that was found when we actually got there. That was improvisational. The subtext and nonverbals was all stuff that I found alone when the camera was just on me.
My great-granddaddy, he was a slave. We're not slaves now, are we? We've got weapons we didn't have before. We've got the law.
How timely do you think this film is?
I mean, we couldn't even plan it because we wanted it to come out during Obama's White House. You know, I think the producers wanted a White House screening of this movie. The movie wasn't done yet, and we end up now putting the movie out, not knowing that we would be in this time protesting, you know, unfair treatment of African Americans by police. It's essentially asking Americans to live up to America to live up to its dream, and that's, you know, where this movie is. This movie has a forefront of white supremacy in the story. And so we didn't know that this movie would speak to this time period because we planned for it to come out much earlier than this.
If you want freedom, you're gonna have to fight for it. The only way to get through a bigot's door is to break it down.
Marshall was in theaters back in 2017, just a year prior to Black Panther. Of course, both are available now on multiple platforms. Before we take a break, it is a great time to say it in pictures. And of course, this week's Studio 5 Snapshot is a look back at Chadwick Boseman.
You want a player who doesn't have the guts to fight back?
No, I want a player who's got the guts not to fight back.
You give me a uniform, you give me a number on my back, and I'll give you the guts.
Before playing James Brown in Get On Up, Chadwick Boseman was Jackie Robinson in 42, the first African American to play Major League Baseball in the modern era. And Boseman died the same day the league celebrated Jackie Robinson Day, with every player wearing Robinson's number 42. These images are this week's Studio 5 Snapshot.
Daddy?
Yeah, buddy.
How many nickels are in a dollar?
There are 20 nickels in a dollar.
How do birds fly? Does milk really make my bones stronger?
Yeah.
Daddy, When we die, will we go to heaven?
Do you have the answer to life's biggest question? Call the 700 Club. We'll help you find answers to the important questions life brings your way.
Watch breaking news, in-depth exclusive stories and programs from health to entertainment you won't find anywhere else. The CBN News Channel, a perspective you can trust. Enjoy credible news reporting from around the world. Discover inspiring programs and stories of hope, all in one place from a Christian perspective. The CBN News Channel, a perspective you can trust. To watch the CBN News Channel, download the app or visit cbnnewschannel.com.
Hello, I'm Dr. David Perlmutter, board-certified neurologist and #1 New York Times best-selling author. Wouldn't it be great to boost your energy, eliminate brain fog, and even reverse brain disease? Well, you can, and I'm going to show you how, along with some of the world's most well-respected brain experts in this DVD, Protect Your Brain.
Get Protect Your Brain, a free DVD only from the Christian Broadcasting Network, featuring experts on the cutting edge of neuroscience and brain health.
No matter how many times you've failed in the past, you really can do this.
In Protect Your Brain, you'll discover simple strategies to keep your brain young and healthy. Improve your memory. Discover the gut-brain connection. In Protect Your Brain, get your free copy at cbn.com or call 1-800-700-7000.
If you want to improve the quality of your life, get the DVD Protect Your Brain and get it today.
Watch breaking news, in-depth exclusive stories and programs from health to entertainment you won't find anywhere else. The CBN News Channel, a perspective you can trust. Enjoy credible news reporting from around the world. Discover inspiring programs and stories of hope, all in one place from a Christian perspective. The CBN News Channel, a perspective you can trust. To watch the CBN News Channel, download the app or visit cbnnewschannel.com.
Welcome back to this special edition of Studio 5, taking a look at the life and legacy of actor Chadwick Boseman. For many, he first began making a name for himself in another film that brought another cultural icon story to life. Boseman played the legendary singer James Brown in Get On Up.
Let's go, Mark.
James Brown's music was translating in the recordings, but it wasn't as popular until that Live at the Apollo performance, in which people could really get a feel, if they hadn't come to a show, what his shows were actually like. You could hear the crowd in that performance. It was the first time a soul or R&B album had been recorded live. You know, he put his own money into it as well because he realized it was such an important thing. So when you listen to that album, you're hearing just the innovation of who he was and how he changed music and he changed the music business.
As soon as you hear that groove, I know I got you.
We wouldn't have the music that we have now if it was not for, you know, what he was able to piece together.
What exactly do you call your style of music?
Well, I call it James Brown music because it's so far ahead of its time. They ain't got a name for it yet. Take another record. Any record you got on your box at home. It ain't gonna sound like mine.
James Brown was bringing a sense of big band jazz to soul. He really wasn't even doing soul the way everybody else was doing it.
Hit it!
You know, without that, you don't have Prince. You don't have Michael Jackson without James Brown. So our music is still affected by, you know, what he started because it was such an innovation.
If it sounds good and it feels good, then it's musical. So play it like I say play it.
Boseman was a master at getting the voice of a character just right, and he certainly did that with James Brown. Before we take a break, we want to take one more look at tributes being shared about the life of Chadwick Boseman.
At #1 in our tributes, images like these. Chadwick visiting children battling cancer while fighting his own battle privately.
There are two two little kids, Ian and Taylor, who recently passed from cancer. And throughout our filming, I was communicating with them, knowing that they were both terminal. And what they said to me is, and their parents said, they're trying to hold on till this movie comes. And to a certain degree, you hear them say that and you're like, wow, that's like, I gotta get up and go to the gym. I gotta get up and go to work.
If you want to be an attorney with a passion for serving people and for excellence, Regent University needs to be high on your list.
Regent's award-winning law school doesn't just create lawyers. We create leaders, judges, prosecutors and defense lawyers, civil litigators, and leaders in government. Ready to become a purpose-driven, practice-ready lawyer? To start your rewarding career, complete the online application, submit your transcripts, and take the law school admissions test by July.
Nutrition, exercise, essential oils, weight loss, and more. It's Healthy Living with Lori Johnson.
Talk about what's in this.
Join CBN health reporter Lori Johnson to get the latest information from today's top health experts.
This is fantastic.
Find out what you need to know to live a healthier life. Watch Healthy Living, Tuesday night at 9:30.
Woohoo! Hi, Superbook fans. Here's something else you'll love. It's the new Superbook Bible app. It's packed with games, activities, and Superbook episodes that you can watch for free. Oh no! There's trivia, a fun daily devotional, and answers to your Bible questions. Plus, an easy-to-understand Bible the whole family will enjoy. You can even create your own Superbook character. Ta-da! Whoa!
Millsburg Falls man coming.
Sorry, pardon me. Sorry, excuse me. Ouch!
Are you getting this?
Earn super points to win daily prizes too, and so much more. Time to get back to my adventures. See you soon. It's the new Superbook Bible app. Free downloads on iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon.
Young people, millennials, are flocking to church.
It's not an exaggeration to say that we love to meet them and that we love to know their stories.
And welcome back to Studio 5. We have one final look at Studio 5 moments shared with Chadwick Boseman.
Our weapons will not be used to wage war on the world. It is not our way.
Chadwick Boseman's portrayal of the Black Panther in the Marvel Universe earned him a hero's place in the hearts of many, including myself.
This film is special on so many levels. Do you feel that going in? It being the first of its kind?
Yes. No, I knew just in the novelty of it, you know, the fact that it is the first Black superhero movie on this platform. You know, I knew that there was something there, but I also knew that the world of Wakanda, the fact that it nods to what you know, ancient civilization, African empires, you can pull from many different places. And instead of generalizing things, to be specific and say, I'm gonna pull from this great thing from this country, and this great thing from this leader, and this great thing from this warrior tribe. It's like you can pull from all the best things. So I knew that that was special.
Boseman was also special. As we now learn, he brought fictional and real-life hero stories to the big screen, even as he privately battled colon cancer.
I'm telling you this up front. The NAACP were not like most lawyers.
I first sat down with him following his portrayal of Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall, where he gave me a hard time for forgetting his resume. Jesse Owens, James Brown, now Thurgood Marshall.
Did you just say Jesse Owens?
Yeah.
Did you say Jesse Owens?
Yes.
That's a different actor.
Oh, did I mess it up? Thurgood, who's the other
I ain't gonna tell
iconic?
you. I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh man!
But it definitely wasn't Jesse Owens.
Okay, why did I think that?
Okay.
All right.
Y'all getting this on film?
That's not what
God built me to last.
Of course, I meant to say Jackie Robinson.
We stand on his shoulders. He's walked a road that you should want to walk. He's courageous. He's everything that you want to play when you're an actor.
God made your ears. You didn't make them. You gonna argue with God's ears?
But here in Boseman's portrayal of James Brown is when people first began to notice his talent.
Our music is still affected by, what he started, because it was such an innovation.
Well, with that, we are almost out of time for this edition of Studio 5, so let's look ahead and see what we're working to bring you come next week.
Well, this painting is of Jesus in a time where, like, what if he was here right now?
Anthony Reed II, better known in the art community as Mojo, an artist and activist who still makes time to mentor many young artists following in his footsteps.
When I moved to Miami, this is exactly what he said. He said, "You are here for a purpose. I put you here, and it is going to be hard, but you are going to get through it. Like, we will get through it together."
We're peeling back the canvas to bring you Mojo's story.
Like, that's really it. Like, it ain't about me no more.
Hope you'll join us for that story and so much more come next week. As for the final word for this show, we want to go back to a powerful lesson on purpose. Boseman shared it when he made the trip back to Howard University to speak to graduates following in his footsteps.
Sometimes you need to feel the pain and sting of defeat to activate the real passion and purpose that God predestined inside of you. God says in Jeremiah, "I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." Graduating class, hear me well on this day. When you have reached the hilltop and you are deciding on next jobs, next steps, careers, further education, you would rather find purpose than a job or a career. Purpose crosses disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. When God has something for you, it doesn't matter who stands against it.
A hero gone too soon. That is a great final word for this edition of Studio 5. Until next time, make time to uplift someone around you. And then please come on back and see where Studio 5 takes you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.